Last time we saw a pig. This time, when they saw the pig, they ran off to find a chicken. The boy had never seen these before, so they found some pet food. They had wool balls and they had grass blocks and gravel. So they decided to make a shelter for the chicken. When they finally made it out, they found out that they couldn't see the chicken anymore. So they put gravel on top of the dirt and they got rid of this bit. And they accidentally killed the chicken. But finally, the tiger gave the chicken to the boy. Then they ventured off. The boy was hungry. Then they found a house, a donut house. They decided to get inside, but they couldn't. They saw a sign saying smoky, but they didn't know what was going on. So they ran that other way. The boy said something. The boy said, "Look at these purple flowers. They look like the ones that we saw." So the tiger picked one up and got rid of the original one and gave it to the boy. He also gave it all the other bits. And then they ran. They ran as fast as they could. Then they found lizards. They decided to hurt one, but nothing would happen. They kept punching one. Punching and 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 punching until it was dead. They would not stop until they found that it was dead. They killed it and they got some reptile hide. So the tiger gave the reptile hide to the boy. Then they walked and walked for ages, and suddenly it turned night. They went through the night, but then they saw the same house, and they stopped, and they fell asleep. Then they woke up the next morning and saw a duck. They punched it. Nothing happened. The boy stood still, and he couldn't move. There was something wrong. If you punched him, he wouldn't answer. But then he came running. I said, "Punch this cow." He didn't do it. So then they quickly ran over and they saw a horse. So they decided to try and ride on the horse. But they couldn't. And they found boars, but they couldn't ride on them too, even the elephant. Then they found other types of flowers. There was black roses, there was blue hydrangea, there was shrubs, there was orange wild poppies, there was lots of different types. The tiger gave them to the boy. The boy said they needed somewhere to rest. So, they found some eggs, but they didn't know how to make one. So They put down as many eggs as they could do. And then they destroyed them. In the inventory, they put all the ostrich eggs in there. Then they killed a few sheep, but it was laggy, and the boy didn't move again. The tiger said, "Are you all right?" Then suddenly, he was gone. Where was he? Then I saw loads of eggs peer out from the ground. They destroyed the eggs because they were making the world laggy. They looked at all of them, and then I found a ball. Then the boy ventured on with the tiger. They both ran on until they found the same house that they were in. They ran up to it and said, "This could be the place we could rest." So they looked in all the chests and checked if there was any loot. But they found small creatures among the ground. They thought they were flies. They said, "Let's live here." So they did. They thought it was magnificent, that they could do anything they wanted here. But they ran up the staircases and looked outside. They saw the pink pig was there. Then they saw that there was a beautiful little balcony inside the house. There was also 2 other windows. But something pushed the tiger out the window and fell onto the ground. The tiger remained there while the boy was still up there. The tiger was shouting, screaming for help, and broke blocks to see if he was there, but he wasn't. He started screaming, but the boy was nowhere to be seen. He didn't know if the boy was there, but the boy followed him and froze once again. They found the exact flowers that they found. They saw bears, but the only thing bad was that the house that they had lived in was a haunted house. They said they could live under this mushroom, so they broke away the blocks, took some pink flowers, and started placing them around the edge. They said it looked nice with the flowers, so they added more and more and even more. They broke the ground and started to replace it as well. They grabbed the flower, and then they took the flower, and then they put some more flowers. They grabbed the flower and started planting more and more. Then they placed enough, but they still wanted more. They couldn't have all they wanted because that would just be unfair for the other people that live there. So they finally decorated it. The tiger said, "What do you think?" The boy said, "Yes." The tiger gave the boy all the stuff the tiger had in their inventory. But they found out that it wasn't that good. So they took a piece of mushroom and started placing them. It was lagging like crazy. They found some red mushroom and I said they wanted some of that too. So they finally tried to find it. So they started to do that. And they did the ground as well. They did it so that they had space for their bedrooms. This was the boy's bedroom. He had hair and there was sunglasses. And he had a smile. Tiger's bedroom was the tiger. So they worked hard on their bedrooms. They placed and placed and placed. Then the tiger found out that the tiger could set a waypoint. So they called it the home of two cool people. They made the colour so that it would be not that good and it would be recognisable. Started to make it red. Started to make it orange. And they found out that orange was the right colour. So they hit OK. They did that. But then they found out that they wanted to go to sleep. So the boy went to his bedroom and went to the middle of the mouth. "Hello, boy?" the tiger said, but the boy wasn't there. The boy was dreaming. He stopped again. Everything wasn't moving except the tiger. They found gazelles. Were they moving? No.